On another episode of Soothing Semantics. I am your host, Rafi Pinsky. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, smash the like button, leave your comments. And for all of your real estate needs, make sure to check out Rafi the Realtor on Instagram for the real estate newsletter. Okay, so for anyone, for everybody listening, I have a weekly newsletter and it is very informative, gives you everything related to real estate in South Florida. So make sure to check out the link in my Instagram bio so you can get all the information. Without further ado, we have another Rafi, best name in the world, indeed. So I'm glad
By
to
far.
have, yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad to have somebody that shares my name, and it's a pleasure having you, brother. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Achi. So we have another Israeli ass kicker today on the show. We're going to be doing really a long series for me. I want to get every Israeli fighter on my show that's that's really working on making it to the top. Some of them are already there, and Rafi is definitely on that list. So you recently had you had some really good fights in the last the last year or so, and there's two of them. I want to really go into the last two because the last one you had with that British guy, he seemed like a very respectful guy. But the one you had before that, and congratulations on that win, by the way. You just took that win, so mazal tov. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. One
Cheers.
by bro, cheers, man. I don't have any alcohol in my drink. This is just water, but cheers. So so you just won by rear naked choke. It was a really, really quick fight. Very impressive.
Yeah, too quick.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, really fast. So you took that fight home, man. Congrats. And then the fight before that was with a guy from Kazakhstan. And that
Two
was an
before.
interesting fight.
I got another one, but two fights before.
Oh,
Like
oh, my
I
mistake.
fought the Romanian
Oh,
guy.
I thought
Uh,
this was the last one. I thought the Kazakhstani guy was the second to last one.
yeah, no. So that was in March. The Kazakhstani guy was in March, and the Romanian guy I fought in June.
Gotcha. Okay. So just to give
I like
people
to
a quick,
turn around quick.
I see that, man. I see that. By the way, are you like Russian Ashkenazi? Are you Bukharian? Are you what's your story?
No, I'm full Russian Ashkenazi.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
want to be like specific, that's Belarus. It's
Yeah,
not exactly Russia.
right. So my last name is Pinsky, so my mother's side is like Belarusian,
It's,
Polish, whatever. And then my
mhm.
father's side's Italian, but yeah. So yeah. So similar background. Okay. So
So
same
the two
same first
fights.
name. What happened?
I said you wanted to talk about.
Yes, yes. So
I can.
the Kavkazi fighter, this was interesting because this is how I reached out to you because I saw the video and I like the Mortal Kombat like the music in the background. That was great. So
Shout
so
out to Amir Twist, the guy that edited the video.
he made it? Okay, nice. So shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
So basically this guy from Kazakhstan, this guy Sadykov sent you messages. They were very anti-Semitic. They were just, I'm going to burn you like Hitler. I hope you like German music, all these other nasty things. And that really gave a lot of hype to the fight, made the fight a lot more exciting. I only found out about you after the fight. So I didn't even, I would have been excited to see, but I watched the fight about a week ago and it was really fucking awesome to watch it because at the end you took your flag, you walked right up to him. It was it was nice, man. It's a nice experience. I'm really happy about that. So,
that
congrats on
was
the win.
my brother's idea. Thank you.
Oh, with the flag?
Yeah, he went to the cage and he knew about the thing with the thing is that nobody knew about the messages because I didn't want to publish the messages before the fight. Only a small group of people knew about the messages because I didn't want the fight to blow away. So I kept it to myself, kept it as a motivation, and I published it only after the fight itself.
Mm.
And yeah, when I finished him, my brother walked into the cage and he gave me the flag, the same flag we buried to all our fights. Eventually, it's gonna end up red and blue instead of white and blue. But yeah, so he gave me the
I,
flag and he said, "Go, put it to his face."
I was beautiful, man. I mean, listen, you could do laundry, you know, like it doesn't have to be red
Ah.
and white. You're gonna leave it like that, huh? You're gonna leave it like that. I like that. Okay, so really impressive stuff. And what were some other, like, so now the guy, because you told me before we were recording that the guy is still messaging you, so like he wants a rematch. What's he doing?
Yeah, he's chasing a rematch, but I'm not a big believer in rematches until we meet each other again in the UFC. So there is just no point fighting the same guy, not related to any any hate or emotions were before or after the fight, whatever. Just stylistically, you want to match up as much guys and styles before you get into the highest level as you can, and then go to the highest level. So why?
Right. Yeah, you don't care
I have
about the
no
whole
interest
ego
in that.
thing. You want to just get to the
No,
top.
I
Is
don't care.
right.
If it was a close decision or something like that, if it was questionable, then with all the story around, they might be like a point. But right now, I finished him. There is no point.
Yes, you did, my friend. Yes, you did. Okay, so other than being a fighter, you're also a cop, which is interesting. So that's, I guess they're sort of similar in a way, but that's also the name you go by, right? You go by Rafi the Cop Aronov. That's your kind of your fighting
Yes.
name. Uh, what can you tell me, man, about getting into fighting? Because if you looked at my podcast, I have been talking to a couple of fighters already, like a couple of the big names. When did you get into fighting? I understand, like, all of you have Ellie as your brother, and then you have Paz as your sister. Do you have other siblings? Do you have other brothers and sisters, or just them?
No, just the three of us.
So you're all fighters. She does jujitsu. She
Yeah.
seems like a grappler. Ellie's also an MMA fighter. You're an MMA fighter, and I think your father was also in martial arts, or what?
Yeah, my father, he did judo at some point, just like to know how to protect himself. The thing is, in the Russian army, there was a lot of antisemitism, and you know, his parents sent him in order to know how to protect himself, and he didn't do any competitive stuff or something like that. But that's the original reason he sent us to mixed martial arts at the very early stage of our lives. So he can
Right.
get that credit for it.
Hold on. I think I lost you for a second. What did you say?
I said he can get the credit for it.
Right. That's good. That's good. So, yeah. So your whole family is fighting. I mean, pretty much all of you are fighting. So now I understand how you got into it. What made you go from saying, okay, I just want to do this to protect myself, to wanting to take it all the way?
So basically, I've been competitive in a few different martial arts since a very young age. I competed at judo for a long time, at boxing. I competed at karate, and I've been competitive, and sports been a thing of my life, a part of my life for a long time. I've did hockey, stuff like that. That's not martial arts, but it's still a rough game.
I know, because
And
you're supposed to put in English we call it a puck, the black thing.
hockey, yeah.
Yeah, so you're supposed to put it into the net. You're not supposed to take the stick and just beat the shit out of people. I don't know. I think you've been playing the game wrong, Achi. That's, as he drinks his
So
beer.
yeah, I've been competitive since a young age, and then army put an end to all of it basically. And then when I got out of the army, um, not even before, but even before I got out of the army, like in the last 6 months of my deployment, um, I just randomly saw a an ad on Facebook about the gym I'm at, Spirit MMA, until today, same gym, and I just sent a message just randomly. It's always been a thought going to martial arts, trying mixed martial arts because I never did before, and when it popped, I just took an opportunity and sent a message just because it's there, and they said, "Well, you're a soldier. Come train. Don't even talk with us about money until you finish your service. Come at weekends, train whatever you need. When you finish the army, let's start talking about paying monthly pay or something like that." Because I was a combat engineering on the Sakavit in
Yeah,
the
the
army.
military. Hmm.
So I came and I fell in love with it almost immediately. Like, I don't know. Since the even in some like 2 months in, my coach broke my nose, and I got it putting back on the mat. Somebody put it back, and I was like back in the next day. So I just knew I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, it's for you, 100%.
I just fell in love like immediately, and almost half year into training, I already took my first fight. I went to my coach and he said, if you feel like that's what you want to do, so go for it. And we went to it was a bit of of a ignorance world in terms of now when I want to build a fighter's career, I won't recommend him to go straight to pro. And in these days, it was like 8 years ago, we didn't knew nothing in Israel about building people's careers. So I went straight to a professional career and got four straight losses at my
4 straight
beginning.
losses?
Yeah,
Wow, that's amazing. I don't know if I lost you for a second. There's just another thing running. I just want to make sure I delete it because it's making like this noise. So we're good. We're back. Okay. Let me just make sure one more time. Okay. All right, we're good. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I understand from everybody I spoke to, there still isn't a very big, infrastructure. There isn't a big, you familiar with the word infrastructure?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so you know, Israel's still building that up, and right now it seems like it's getting a lot more common, but you really have to go outside of the country. Like I was talking to Chaim Gozali, and he was saying when he was younger, they had nothing. And so even now, people who want to get really good training, they got to go to Thailand or Vegas or wherever. Even Florida, American Top Team, or Florida has a lot of really good gyms, but people go to America a lot of the time to get the proper
yeah,
training. So it's a little bit challenging, but you're seeing a lot more. You're seeing it a lot more now, where gyms are becoming more popular and they're building a lot more.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely on the rise, but it's not there yet. We still do get a very good amateur build up now here in Israel. We got ISR MMAF related to the IMAF organization, the worldwide IMAF organization, um, and it's a good base for good young fighters. And listen, I've done. I know people going to Thailand. I know people going to. But I truly believe it's possible to succeed and get to the highest levels from being fighter here in Israel. All my camps for all my four fights have been here in Israel, sparring my teammates, just doing my thing, nothing special. And I think I faced a very high level of competition, and I truly believe it's possible.
That's awesome. Well, listen, the more people we have in the business, the more people we have in the sport, the more it's going to build. Um, Hopefully, there's going to be a UFC gym at some point. Like one of those big UFC gyms. That would be
Yeah,
pretty
there
cool.
is there is some they are just using the brand. There is some UFC gyms here in Israel, but it's not any closer to the PI thing that I think you're related to, right?
PI.
PI, the Performance Institute in Vegas.
Oh yes, 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 yes. I know what you're talking. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, so nothing close to this, but we're getting there, step by step.
little by little, absolutely. We just got to find somebody that can beat Hamza. It's gonna be
Yeah,
it's a bit challenging. I don't know. I don't think we're there
yeah,
yet,
it's a
but
bit
we'll see.
challenge.
We'll see.
He's not
Well,
in the same weight class with Eli. So if anybody can,
yeah. I mean, Ellie's got some work to do. This guy's not easy.
yeah.
But
No, I know, I know.
yeah, I
I
know.
was
But
kidding.
I know. But yeah, man. So that's really it's really awesome stuff. I I mean, there's plenty to discuss. I noticed you're kind of more of a reserved guy. One thing I also realized is your English, man. Like everyone seems to have very good English, actually, and that's just something about Israelis. Like you go to school and you learn English, but your English is very good. How do you have such good English? Did you learn? Did you just grow up learning it in school? Your parents, TV?
First of all, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. And I think I've spent some time in Germany, in Thailand, in places alone for training camps in Brazil. And to get a good English, you just need to speak as much as you can, and that's basically, I've learned English pretty well in my school days, but just speaking more and more English and doing interviews and going for it, and always trying and trying and trying, and do a mistake one more time and another time, and eventually get it correct, just like fighting.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like that in anything, man. I just realized that, and listening to all of you that I've spoken to, you know, my life hasn't gone in the direction of professional fighting, but I have a lot of admiration for you guys. Like I really, really respect what you do, especially as Jews, as Israelis, even not just as Jews. Like, Tariel, Sean, I'm about to have Sean on right after you. I'm going to interview him right after you. They're not Jewish, but they're super proud to be Israeli and they're great fighters. So it's a really, I just have a lot of respect for it. But for me, I still definitely want to get much more into martial arts because I just know how good it is. It's good. It's such a good thing for you as a person. And so that's something I would really like to get into much more.
It's
But
never too late.
it's of course 100%, 100%. And I know I'll love it. I did karate when I was a kid, nothing too serious, a couple of years. Obviously, I did the Krav Maga thing in the army, but also like, wasn't a long thing. But I definitely want to do jujitsu and very into Muay Thai also. So we'll see what happens, But in the meantime, doing this is a start. So okay, so we covered your fighting background, a little bit about your family. Now, we also covered just some of your two last recent fights. What are your plans now in terms of UFC? Are you set on UFC, or do you care if it's Bellator, One Championship, Karate Combat? I mean, that I don't know if you do Karate Combat anyway, but are you very
I'm
set on
down
the
for
U?
everything.
What'd you say?
I'll do whatever.
Okay, no, I just figured maybe UFC was like your ultimate goal. Is that your ultimate goal, or
Like for me right now, so there is a thing. Um, my early career, at the beginning of my career, UFC was for me was a dream, was a goal I'm chasing. And then, like 4 years ago, I got hurt, really bad injury, and I've already gave up the dream. And I thought like I won't be back. I thought I basically like hang up the gloves, and I thought I'm done. But then my fiance, the Lior, she's gonna be my wife.
Khazakhstani.
She
I saw the engagement. I also see that you're using her computer. Yeah.
yeah. So she when we just started dating, you know, she came to me and she said like, "What? You want to give up fighting? Why? You love it so much and you just should go for it." And uh and I did, and I came back to fighting, and and yeah, and there she
Wow.
is.
So, yeah. So you must really appreciate her for that. She didn't let you
Yeah,
quit.
and she brought me back, and even though I lost my fight, my the fight I fought coming back, I fought against a really high level guy, a three-time world champion in sambo, a Ukraine guy, and right when I fought him a week notice, and we fought to a split decision against the three-time world champion in sambo. And if somebody knows something, you know that sambo is a tough martial art, and good guys coming from there like Habib and Islam. So
Hmm.
when I fought him in a 1 week notice to a split decision, I knew I'm on that level, and I knew I'll be fighting again. And
But
I saw
just
my
to
body.
understand, but you won that fight in split decision, right? I just want to be clear,
No,
because
I lost the fight. I lost the
oh,
fight in
okay,
split
okay, okay,
decision.
okay.
But I realized I'm in the level. You know, I'm in that level, and the guy just was the co-main event in Brave for
Right,
Brave France.
gotcha.
You know, and he fought me 2 fights ago. So not that like that. It was just that year. So yeah, you know. That what made me realize, and I knew I'll be fighting again because I saw my body is capable, and that also brought the new style.
The new style. What do you mean the new style?
Wait a second. Ah, fireworks or shooting. Not sure what I'm hearing from my window. Hope it's
Fireworks.
fireworks.
Well, who knows? Who knows anymore, right?
Who knows? Yeah, it's probably fireworks. Anyway, so at that fight, because I originally was preparing for a guy that was a wrestler, that was a striker, and I was planning to take him down. And when the opponent changed, and I was now facing a three-time world champion in sambo, I knew I'll be facing a guy who will be probably trying to take me down. And even before I came back to fight, my style was more like I wasn't so much as a striker as I'm now, and I was more like a type of guy to try to take you down and submit you. And I won by two submissions uh, before the fight, and in that fight, I realized I've got some power in my hands, and I've got a great takedown defense because he couldn't take me down. Three-time world champion in sambo, and he couldn't take me down. And yeah, that's when I realized I have a new style for fighting, and that's what working for me now, knocking people out.
That's it, man. I love to see it. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as fun if you just submitted the Sadykov guy. It's a lot better that you were able to
Yeah,
stand and hang with him. That was a lot more fun.
yeah.
But also, what kind of injury did you get? You were
I've got
talking about the injury.
a bulge disc like
Mm.
in my neck.
Oh shit! So you,
Um, yeah, but that's really all good. It's the same injury Aljo had, and it's a common injury for fighters, because we use a lot of our neck, and but it's really good now. I don't feel it,
yeah, it's better now. Okay, that's
not
good.
in not in training and not in fighting. So probably I'll feel it when I'm old, but
We'll worry about that when it happens. You're
yeah,
young right now. What are you, like 28, 29? You're like my age, I think, right?
29. Yeah,
29. We're same
29.
age. Same age. When's your birthday?
August.
Because a little different. Not that it really matters. I don't really. I was just wondering if it was like the same month because it would be funny. Like Rafi, same age, you know.
Yeah, rough.
Um, yeah. Okay, man. So, is there anything you want to tell people listening? Is there anything you wanted to mention? Obviously, I'm going to let them know to follow you on Instagram and check out your upcoming fights. But anything you want to tell them?
So I'm healthy after the fight, thanks God. And I'll be looking to fight one more time this year. I'm aiming for December. I'm drinking my beer now, having some good sweets and fatty food, but I don't like to do that too much. I'll take my 2 weeks off and I'll be back to the gym. And my ear is stitched. I don't know if you can see it, but
I saw from the fight. Yeah, show me a little closer because it's so a
yeah,
little hard to see. It got pretty bloody, right? Yeah. Oh, I
yeah, I
see
got
that.
some
Yeah,
stitches.
I see that on the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some stitches, so I need to take them off, let it heal a little bit, and I'll be back in the gym. And I'm aiming for December to fight again. Hopefully, we can sort something out with the Cage Warriors because the only event they have in December is in the States. Cage Warriors of course, really liked my performance, and they want me to fight for them again. That's what I'm also, of course, that's what I want. And hopefully, you'll see me one more time before the end of the year. And then I'll close 5 fights since November, 1 year and a month. I'll close 5 fights. That's a great, really good pace, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And yeah, and of course, you said yourself you're gonna talk to Sean right after me. So Sean is a guy I represent as I'm also an owner of my agency,
I
Aronov
saw that.
Agency.
Hmm.
So I represent a few very good Israeli guys, David Almayo, Stav Koren, Sean Peru. I also represent, of course, Itai Tretner, the farmer. Love this
I
guy.
see him. I want to talk to him too. What's with his
You
English?
should.
Does he have good English?
Is English? No.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I'll do. You know what I'll do? I'll just do maybe I'll do a Hebrew episode and then I'll do English subtitles. Maybe I want to talk to him, so I'll figure it out. My
You should.
podcast is in English because it's there's a lot more people in the world that speak English.
Yeah,
But
of course, of course.
maybe I'll just do a Hebrew episode and I'll do English subtitles because I want to talk to him. We'll see.
It'll be good because he's a great guy. Love him. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I've got an agency that doing good. That's me building my future because I know I won't be fighting like until 45. I'm uh I'm pretty smart on that part. I'll know I'll probably be done like in 35 top. So I need something to do after,
You
and
said
most
done it.
over.
You said done at 35? That's so short, bro. Really? That's all you want to go till 35?
Ah man, that's
That's only
35 is already
that's 6 years, but that's not that much time, man. I'm saying like, what if you, God willing, you get into the UFC, let's say you get there 30 or maybe 31. I don't know. And then I mean, 4 years is not a lot of time.
you should check the how do you say memutza the average age of UFC welterweights. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they also
not
get in
that.
earlier. They also come in earlier sometimes.
Yeah, they come earlier, but I'm just realistic. I
Right.
know your body is not at his peak at the 35 and norther than that. So I don't want my brain to be dead when I'm done.
I understand that for sure. Yeah, man. It's also yeah.
And I want to, still be able to enjoy my body and not to be completely, injured and all in pain and stuff.
Yeah.
So 35 is a good age, and I know I can make to great things before that. And a run of agency is the thing I'm planning to do afterwards for sure. And it's doing good even now. but I combine it with the police and with the fact that I'm fighting myself and the fact I'm getting married, you know, and having a dog. That's plenty
Things to do.
of
You're
stuff
busy.
to put in 24 hours. So
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah,
I'm
you're
not
gonna be
complaining though. I'm enjoying
I
it.
I understand for sure.
So
I got you. By the way, I can't. My eyesight's not so good. Achi. What you said you're a cop? Are you Yassam, Magav, regular Mishtara? Like, what are you?
yeah,
What are
I'm
you?
just a son, proudly a son.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, I see it on the thing.
Yeah,
That's
just
nice, man.
got back home from my shift. You know, I've been out from the morning and I'm still on my uniforms. Wait, you couldn't see it, but I'm still
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. I was gonna say
still
you
you
don't really need a gun, bro. You got two already. You know what I'm saying? You don't really. That's what I'm saying, baby. You don't
I'm
really need.
probably
Just
the most.
give the gun to somebody who really needs it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Listen, man.
Yeah. What
It's a
else?
pleasure. I think that covers a lot, bro. Listen, I just want to let you know if you're ever in
It
Miami,
is.
I would love to hang out with you. If you need a place to stay, please let me know. Um, we'll
Amen.
go out, go
Thank you
out to
so
eat.
much.
I send this invite to everyone I've spoken to, so please feel free. And obviously, next time I'm in Israel, I'm going to let you know.
You
And that
should.
is that. So thank you so much for coming. Really a pleasure having you. Pleasure having a conversation and getting to know you a little better. Mazal tov on the engagement. I hope you have a beautiful
Thank you
wedding
so
and a
much.
beautiful marriage.
Thank you
And
so much.
so yeah, man. Great success with the upcoming fights, and I'm looking forward to seeing you if it's the UFC or Bellator or whatever it is. Really excited to see what you have going on in the future.
Thank you so much. If you want to check my
Absolutely.
Instagram, there'll be Rafael Aronov, Rafael Aronov. Look for it. I'll
Absolutely. Yeah.
be happy to do so.
Great.
Uh,
I'm gonna
and
share with them.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rafi, for having me. I really had a good time talking to you. I'm really happy we finally did it with all the obstacles ahead,
Sure. It
and
worked. Yeah.
hopefully I'll come to the States. I know I will because my visa is almost ready. I was supposed to be there for my brother's fight at the Then White Contender Series, but it didn't happen eventually, and we'll get there
Sounds
sooner than.
good. Sounds good, bro. Well, definitely reach out to me when you come. And that is it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed. For everybody interested in anything that we spoke about regarding Rafi, definitely check him out on Instagram at the handle that he mentioned, Rafael Aronov. I'm gonna put it in the description. Obviously, for your real estate needs, you know who to reach out to. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, leave your comments. Until next time, peace, guys.